For today's cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
I think that Kid and I are going to go into the world of fashion design. I'm convinced after reading this article that is from, where is it from?
Listen.
It's from Daily Mail, of course, by Melody Fletcher.
It's not a bad idea to go into fashion
March
design.
11th, 2024.
As long as it's good fashion, it's good fashion.
I was just kind of astounded. And I was astounded at how this was written. And this actress, I have no way, it's Emily Ratajkowski.
I don't
Something,
know.
I don't know. I don't keep up with these people. But anyhow, she actually wore this thing to the Oscars, which I think the whole Oscars was a matter of the Emperor's New Clothes.
Kinda is.
And
it's awards. It's definitely them gassing themselves up for no reason.
Oh yeah,
when they're not even worthy of half of them.
No. I mean, it really is. And other than just reading the stories and seeing the pictures because they want their, I hope they enjoy their 15 minutes.
Hopefully they do.
Because I think that there very well may be, as far as some Marie Antoinette things coming up in the future.
Say what?
Yeah.
Off with her head?
Yeah, possibly. That's part of the Alice Madness Returns too, wasn't it?
That was the first. That was when she was in the asylum the first time.
That was part of that. But anyhow, this thing that this individual was wearing claims it has a built-in modesty sheath.
What do you describe as modesty sheath? Is that a? Are you talking about like a mesh layer covering everything? Because girl, when you turn to the side, you can see everything.
When Kid and
the modesty sheath was that thing that came up to her fucking neck that was out about 3 feet away from her.
We're not going to a fabric store to get supplies. We're going to go to Lowe's.
Oh, Joann Fabrics is going bankrupt.
No kidding.
No kidding.
Oh, well, I hate that.
We're going to have to make a trip to Joann's.
Maybe they'll have things online that you can still purchase.
I mean, they do, but like that doesn't. You gotta feel the fabric.
We have to travel like an hour and a half to get to one of the stores, so that's part of the problems.
Yeah.
But this is just more. It's the spirit of idiocy.
It is.
It's the spirit of gaslighting.
Well, do we not remember what Lizzo wore?
I don't, because I don't.
Big, look it up real quick. It's that big pink thing.
Well, I can't put it on the screen
thing, and it looks like a chair seat on the back of her. Sitting on her shoulders. It looks like a chair seat. That's literally about 4 feet high.
There was a time.
I don't know if it's that tall.
When as far as elegance and modesty and mystique. And I will tell you that Robert Phoenix.
I mean, it was a modest dress, but it just looked stupid.
Had a Sunday night show that was. I didn't get to watch it until Monday because Sunday I was a train wreck. But I'll put a link to that, and he was discussing as far as people longing for decades past. Mm-hmm. And Kid and I have talked about this also.
Yeah.
And it is a matter of people wanting a time that was simpler, or what they thought was a simpler time.
Mm-hmm. Well, things in a way were simpler.
At least people knew how the hell to make clothing that was nice clothing.
Yeah. You can make your own clothing real easily.
And, you know, at a certain point, there is a limit and a bottom to depravity.
Yes.
There honestly is. The devil always overplays his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And at a certain point, people have had enough.
They have.
And it's like, I have seen people that, back in the day, the burlesque with the fan dance and stuff. And those people who could do that did that masterfully.
Yeah, they did. They were trained at it, and they did it well.
They did.
Look at Dita Von Teese.
Oh, she has that wonderful. That was the whole thing about burlesque. It leaves something to the imagination, which has a greater effect than somebody out there just showing everything. Mm-hmm. You got these people now that it's like a damn anatomy class.
Yeah, there are certain outfits that leave absolutely nothing to the imagination, and it's like, dude, you really need to cover up.
And maybe it's because back in my wayward days, when they were very wayward, when I was in nursing, and I had a friend that was also in nursing, mm-hmm. and we would rent movies that we should not have been renting. We were of age back then.
Yeah.
You know, the age limits on these things have gone up. It's not helped.
No.
But we were sitting there naming the medical terms for things. And I will tell you this, some of those things we're sitting there going, that is not supposed to be that color. Somebody needed a little bit of penicillin on that one.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew. Ew.
But that's what all this stuff reminds me of. What?
Yeah. You know.
Hey, when you're dealing with, in certain fields, you have to have, it helps to have a warped sense of humor. It does.
It does. That's like you got to discuss tapeworms while eating spaghetti.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that was I had to get over that real fast because during lunch was when we were discussing different caseloads and stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's like,
yeah.
Nasty.
But it's also one of these things that, honest to God, I mean, we've got plywood under our secondhand couches.
We do.
And I tell you
and
something,
they work.
It works.
It works.
Our ass ain't hitting the floor. Totally. And but with this, I'm telling you, we would have the ability to go to Lowe's, get some supplies there,
Fiberglass and resin,
and probably make something that looks better than this.
Dead ass, we could.
And it's like, kid, no.
Making a solid sheet of white and just putting that onto a bodice, that is not creative.
I mean, you could take a shower curtain. We could be more creative with shower curtain and some of the different supplies through there. I mean, they've got not necessarily the fiberglass. They've got the different types of foam insulation and stuff like that that you could do. That's where we go as far as Halloween. Lots of crafting supplies you can buy at Lowe's.
Do we not remember what Lady Gaga wore back in the early 2000s? Like, she dresses modestly and classy now. Yeah.
She wore meat.
And she's like, it smelled like meat.
Well,
it smelled like meat. Mm-hmm. It's now beef jerky.
Well,
hanging up on a mannequin.
And yet people wanted to, a few years earlier, they wanted to slam the metal group Wasp because they threw meat into the audience.
Uh-huh.
I think somebody had actually thrown a frozen steak up at the band one time and damn near knocked out Chris Holmes. I think that was how that went.
Well, yeah, that's a frozen steak.
I would have loved to have seen them in concert back in the day. I really would have.
I'm pretty sure
always one of my favorite ones.
I'm pretty sure that was referenced in some cartoons.
Probably. But this
is
the height of fashion.
I
don't think so. I mean, this is just crazy.
It's not art. It's not cute.
It's not art. It's not cute at all. At all.
It looks like she got shoved into a vase. A half of a vase.
Sort of. That or a very large cigarette tube. Part of a cigarette tube.
That was ripped open.
When we used to make our own cigarettes.
Yeah. And it gets caught on the little thing and it rips.
Yeah. Yeah, there's you have to have a little bit of expertise when you're making your own cigarettes. Invest in one of those machines. It's worth it. It really is. It is.
Is
We
it?
did that for quite a while. You can get the tubes. That's how we got the filters.
And they didn't taste any better.
Well, it depended on what brand of loose tobacco that you got.
None of them can. It could have replaced the Marlboro Lights.
Well, yeah. Well, that we.
Might have been better for you to
Now-
smoke, but
Some of you all might sit there and think this is fabulous. That this is avant-garde. No. A modesty sheath. Are you really? Come on, people. This is just insanity.
that's like, what do you define a modesty sheath? What was the modesty sheath?
There is no modesty.
Was it like a mesh dress underneath, and that was the
No,
modesty thing?
no. This thing up front
That was the modesty sheath.
that
And
looks
she
like a
turned to
piece
the
of
side.
windshield, and and there was nothing. There was no modesty to this.
Yeah. The only you got a shield in front of you. That's it. You turn to the side, you got
Well,
nothing.
it's like, and that's the point.
What?
These people have nothing.
What happened? Like, for example, someone just. How come no one is creating something similar to what Marilyn Monroe did, which was a perfect nude illusion, but it was classy?
Because these people have no class. I don't care how much
tasteful.
money that you have. That does not mean that you have elegance or that you have style or anything like that. I mean, back in the day when I knew people and was going to some of these 5-star restaurants and stuff like that, and these people didn't have enough sense to not talk about things at the dinner table that were, uncouth.
Yeah, we know people like that.
Yeah. But I mean, this, it does not equal sophistication.
No, it doesn't.
And we have got some of our people that just humble
Loincloth.
people, and they're gracious, and you could take them any place, anywhere. This is an embarrassment, is what this is.
I wouldn't say it's vaguely loincloth-esque, just having something just in front of you, basically, just
It's-
on you.
You know what it is? It does remind you of the penis sheaths, doesn't it?
Oh, God.
Only
Oh,
for
God.
females.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except
So-
make it fashion.
Well, they're saying it is. Just because they say it's a thing does not mean that's what it is. And this attack on language. And this is just another form of gaslighting for me. They're sitting there going, oh, this is wonderful. And if you don't think it's wonderful, then you're out of the loop. I was never in the loop. I've seen the loop. I have no desire to be part of the loop.
Rebel.
Yeah.
Rebel yell.
It's a matter of thinking for
Hit
your
that
damn
rebel
self.
yell.
And to sit there, be that child in the crowd going, the emperor, he's naked.
He naked. Why is he naked?
Well, I mean, that everybody's like,
Why are you
oh,
naked?
only the brilliant people can see this. Only the educated people can see this. Only these people.
Is it that or the mentally ill?
I'd say the mentally ill. I mean, are you talking about the ones that's designing this and then telling the lie? Or
Yeah. Well, and then the people following it.
there again, it's all a psy-op. To sit there and go, oh, well, this person is an actor. They've been in this movie and they've done this, so they're wearing this. So this is the sheep. This is the sheep mentality. It's absolutely, and honestly, I have seen some, not often around here. No, nobody would be. I would hate to think that somebody, because. We
Nobody
come
would
around
be
here
looking like a high-class
wearing
Russian
that.
whore.
Yeah, because somebody someplace will say something. Somebody like me. And we honestly, years ago, and some of the things that people wear in some of these urban areas, and people don't say anything to them.
No.
And then how things look on camera can be totally different than how they look in real life. And when you walk into a restaurant and you got somebody that's hanging out from all angles and you're like, damn.
Yeah, there's a time and a place for all things.
And it's like, it was just one of those, y'all ain't from here, are you?
It's like, y'all don't know how to dress in a little southern town, do you?
Well, and the restaurant workers, it was almost like they were embarrassed to have to deal with this person.
It probably made them uncomfortable.
I'm sure it made them uncomfortable.
So, yeah.
You know, this is the whole thing about modesty, and these people have none. And like I said, honey, once you've seen it, you've seen it. What more is there?
Right. There's
So,
not much.
yeah, when we go to Lowe's and stuff, we've been putting that off for about a month because of the health issues. We got more weather coming in. My body knew it was ahead of the game, and the weather ain't even hit yet.
Right. It's just...
It's still
rough.
out there on the West Coast.
It's rough.
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to hit about midweek here and stuff. And so, but like I said, the fibromyalgia, it's usually... They could hire me out as a barometer.
I'd stick you out on a pole.
I mean, I can just sit here in the house and predict the weather.
That's true.
But,
you can.
but we've
like,
got...
I'm hurting. It's going to rain. And
Yeah,
it's going to be
it's gonna
50
be bad.
degrees outside and harsh rains.
But we're supposed to go with
Thursdays
Omega
and
to Lowe's and stuff here anyhow to get plumbing supplies so we could get other stuff and start our career as fashion designers. Mm-hmm.
I like fashion. I can get into that. Just wait till we get on the cameras.
Insane.
Let's go to fashion show.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And it is just the spirit of insanity. So,
Speaking of insanity,
we got cats in there, and this Eclipse energy shit, it's hitting way before time also.
Anybody want a cat?
Take the time to listen to Robert Phoenix's his Sunday night show. Like I said, I'll put the link there in the description box. If you would like to cat sit for us, that would be fabulous. But Robert Phoenix talks about the eclipse and different things like that's upcoming. They have already declared a state of emergency for Texas, and these people haven't even come into the area yet.
They haven't even... Yeah.
I will say that
it
does not cross over Virginia. We are not in the path of the eclipse, and I'm grateful.
We ain't in the line.
And my plan is to stay my ass in the house. Mm-hmm. During that process, I will sit and make a pot of soup or something. There's a lot of cultures that they go indoors when this is going on. I think there's something to that, because that last time that we sat out there and we tried to observe it, and every one of us was just like, yeah, no. You could just feel it, and it was like, no. Mm-hmm. We going in, and we did go in.
Mm-hmm. It was like, this is ominous.
Mm-hmm. It was very ominous. So
this one's ominous too. It's on its way, and so it's just like, even though it doesn't cross over us, we're going to just bunker down.
Yeah, I think we've been doing that for a while, and we do it well.
Don't look up at the sky during that time.
We're not saying anything like that, but it was one of those. It's like, I don't know. It's just no. I don't even have to. When I have that inner knowing, I don't even have to have an explanation. I'm just like, okay, got it, go. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, final thoughts on the Modesty Sheath.
It's a penis sheath for boobs.
It is. I think they'd have done better. You'll probably give them some, Wendy Williams with the electric tape that had a better look than this.
When you say Wendy O. Williams, people are going to think Wendy Williams did that.
No, it was Plasmatics. Mm-hmm. A little bit before that.
Yeah. What?
I was waiting for your final
thought
thoughts.
Did you?
No, I'm going to blame the Eclipse energy. If you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, If you would like to tell us if you have ever worn or experienced someone who was wearing something that was just inappropriate and embarrassing to be seen with in public, put that in the comment section so we can all enjoy the laugh.
Yeah.
You can email me, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. That's in the description box. I will put the link for this article there, plus for Robert's. If you don't subscribe to him yet, please do. He's got a lot of he has wisdom. He has information to share, but he has wisdom.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes worth more than information.
And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all, and have a good.
Know that you're loved.
Yes.
If you have this burning desire to go out in public with a modesty sheath,
Lana Del Rey, Burning Desire.
then please send me an email beforehand, and I will pray for you. I will we'll rebuke and bind that thing and get that off you. We'll plead
Be
the blood.
gone! I rebuke
We
you
will
in the name
plead the
of
blood.
God!
The power of pine saw compels you.
The power of pine saw compels you. Power of pine saw compels you. Just splashing that shit all
And then
over.
we'll encourage you to go get you a hoodie and a pair of sweats and
Get
be
you a
comfortable.
snuggie.
So,
Snuggie.
yeah. But you are very, very loved. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup. Bye.
Bye.